everyone, it's me, Shaw360, and I am back with a tag video, a tag that I made, and it's called the bias tag. I know it's been a while since I've done any filming, but the reason I haven't is because I've just been working so hard. But this is a video that I've been planning for a while, and so yeah, now's the time to film it. So what you're seeing here, this is my photo card slash postcard collection. These were photo cards that came with my Shiny in Barcelona photo book. And I didn't have a chance to film them back when I got that photo book, so there they are. But yeah, the reason I'm showing you all this is because question number 1 is, how many albums do you own from your bias group slash artist? I can tell you that I own the album that goes with every single one of these photo cards and postcards. I have about a little over 40 Shiny albums. And I have pretty much one version of every single album they've released so far, except for like OSTs and features they did on other people's albums. But when it came to like an actual Shiny album, I own at least one copy of everything they've released. Alright, question number 2. Why did you start collecting your bias? I started collecting Shiny because I was collecting K-pop, and I was getting things as I was getting other groups. I was getting Shiny, and after a while I really wanted to sit down and focus on getting Shiny's Korean discography, and as I was getting it, I don't know, I got the fever, the collecting fever, and it just has never quit. Question number 3, what do you need to complete your collection? How do you decide when your collection is complete? Okay, well, for me, deciding when my collection is complete, I have 2 kind of criterion for completion. The first part of my collection that needs to be complete is my photo card collection. You see, I've got quite a bit of photo card action going on here, but it's all different members, different albums and stuff. I don't want to get every single photo card that Shiny's ever done, but I'd like to have at least one photo card from every single album that they've released, and eventually I'd like to trade out some of my Onu, Jungin, and Taemin photo cards for Key and Minho photo cards. Second thing for my album collection to be complete, for the Korean press, I feel pretty good there because I have one of every type of album, or I have like one version of every album. I don't have every single cover for Korean, but I have one version of every single album. For Japan, however, I've been trying to get one of each version released, like Lucifer. This album has 3 versions. It has a limited A, limited B, and then a regular. I have all 3, so that's kind of where I'm going with my Japanese collection. So once I get all of those, I think I'll feel complete, even though lately I've been thinking about going back and getting the different covers for Romeo in Korea and for Sherlock in Korea, and also getting the other Shiny World and the other Lucifer, but I put that on the back burner right now. Alright, number 4, which album was the hardest to get? Actually, none of the albums that I currently have been hard to get. I'm lucky in that Shiny is a group that's really easy to collect. Like, all their stuff is available. The only thing that I think would be hard with Shiny is the fact that some of their Japanese stuff, the limited editions, first presses, they tend to sell out. With first press with their early stuff, because a lot of it is sold out, the only opportunity you have to get photo cards is if you get a first press. So yeah, that's a little bit difficult, but other than that, you can pretty much get anything in Shiny's discography if you're willing to pay for it, and it's readily available on most sites. Question number 5, which album was the best value for what you paid? The album that was the best value for what I paid is, wait a second, this album right here, Shiny the First, the special box. It's massive. I mean, look at it. It's really, really big. I mean, I can barely hold it up. My arm is starting to hurt. And it comes with a CD, a DVD, a photo book, a play button, and a calendar. And when this was originally sold, this sold for 6,000 yen, I guess, which is close to 60 bucks, maybe a little bit more. Comes with CD, DVD. I mean, it's a really thick, beautiful box. When I bought this from a seller out of Japan. They said it was used, but when I opened it up, the calendar had never been opened, and I paid less than $27 for it. So that was by far my best value. It's actually the best thing I own by Shiny so far, in terms of like big and nice. Like, there's better albums, definitely. There's better albums than that album, but it is the nicest thing I own that's just like Shiny related. All right, the next question, which is question number 6, which album was the worst value? Because I don't really like the song as much as other SHINee stuff, this to me is the worst value for a limited edition that I've gotten. This is the Fire limited edition for SHINee. It comes with this box, and it's just the box right here. You can see there's only 2 songs and then a DVD. If you buy the regular version, it at least has the instrumentals, but this doesn't even have the instrumentals. This is the inside of the box, and as you can see from how thin the box is, there's not a lot of stuff that comes with it. What comes with it is this jewel case CD, which is really nothing special, like I said, and then usually with the Japanese releases, you get an additional photo book if you get the limited edition. This is the photo book that comes with it, and it is about the equivalent of what you'd find inside of a jewel case. I mean, it's not big, it's not thick, there's not a lot to it. I mean, it doesn't even have their picture on the outside of the photo book. And inside, there's like 1 or 2 photos of each member. So yeah, it's not very nice. So this was the lowest value because this was a limited edition, and I think I bought it used. I know I bought it used, but I think I paid like $15 for it, and I would look for a better deal. Had I known how flimsy it was, I would have looked for a better deal. All right, the next question I have here is, what is your favorite album, least favorite album? My favorite album by SHINee, I've told you guys a million times, it's Amigo, SHINee's the first album. This is not the best album that SHINee has ever made. And the reason I have to say that is because if it was, there'd be no point in buying their future stuff because this is the best. The reason why this album is my favorite is, number 1, for nostalgia purposes. Number 2, the music on it is amazing. But number 3, it sets a standard for SHINee. Like, anytime I judge any of their future work, I always come back to this album because this album is that important to me for SHINee and their discography. So that's why this is my favorite album. It is the one I always go back to. I'm always comparing their future stuff to songs from here. So yeah, this is my favorite SHINee album. Part 2 of that question, number 7, least favorite album. This is going to sound really bad, because it's really not my least favorite album, because SHINee doesn't have a bad album as far as I'm concerned. They just have albums that I don't like as much as others. And my least favorite is 2009 Year of Us. The reason I don't like this album is because I felt like the additional songs after track 1 and track 2 weren't as strong as they should be. So this is my least favorite, but it's actually one of my favorite photo books because it has Long Hair Minho, and Long Hair Minho is love. That was one of my favorite eras for him. I just thought he looked so beautiful and just so like such a prince. I just love that look for him. So yeah, while I don't necessarily love the track listing on here, they were gorgeous back then. I mean, look at him. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. What a babe. All right, next question. If you met your bias in person, which album would you have them sign and on what page? Okay, so in the event I should meet SHINee in person, if I manage to not pass out and have to be transferred to the hospital, I would hope that I would be able to hold it together long enough to ask Minho to sign my copy of Lucifer. And if I was to have him sign a page in Lucifer, let me flip to that page real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I should have prepared a little bit better. Okay, if I was going to have him sign this album, I would have him sign this set of pages here. These are like my 2 favorite pictures of Minho, and I don't know why, because he's taken better pictures than this. There's gifs on Tumblr that I love that are nicer looking, but I think what I like about this is that, well, number 1, he's half naked. That's always nice. But 2, even though he's like muscular, he looks very soft and kind of vulnerable and approachable, and it's a really nice blend of like the feminine and the masculine. And Minho's just got these features that really lend themselves to softness, but at the same time, you know, he's still very handsome. So yeah, these are my favorite pictures. That and like the headpiece reminds me of Princess Mononoke, so I love that movie. So this would be what I'd have him sign, and hopefully I could get out the words to ask it, and then once he did sign it, this would be buried with me. All right. And then the last question I have is, what do you love about your bias group? Give me your love story. So, I met SHINee on YouTube with Ring Ding Dong, and I loved that video. And then I went back and I saw a replay, and then Lucifer came out, and I loved Lucifer. And Hello, I found myself adoring them. But somehow or another, I heard about Hello Baby. I didn't start watching like K-dramas and K-variety shows until probably about a year ago. So yeah, I went back and I watched Hello Baby, and I don't know what to say. I've watched Hello Baby for other groups, but SHINee's Hello Baby is something really, really special. Prior to watching that show, my bias in the group was Jungin, and I thought perhaps even Key, because I just couldn't help but stare at Key anytime they showed the group, but that's because Key has just got such nice bone structure. But yeah, watching Hello Baby, it was immediately brought to my attention that Minho is the perfect man, and so that's kind of where our love story began for me and my bias, and kind of where my love story for SHINee became, because their personalities are so awesome, and I just really got hooked to that. But then over time, what kept me in love with the group is the fact that for me, these 5 guys have got one of the strongest units in K-pop. In terms of dancing, I think other groups, there's strong dancers and there's weak dancers. For me, everyone in SHINee pulls their weight. I get mad because people act like Minho is the throwaway member of SHINee. I don't think so. Even though he may not be the strongest dancer, he's still a better dancer than Onew. Even though he may not be the strongest singer, he brings a certain kind of continuity and a unity to the group. Like, he is SHINee's biggest cheerleader, in my opinion, so he needs to be there. But vocally, I think that this group has some of the strongest singers in K-pop. I think that the talent is some of the most evenly distributed in K-pop, and it's one of those groups, just to me, kind of like DBSK, where if half of the group was to split up, you couldn't call this group SHINee anymore. Like, it has to be these 5 individuals in this formation in order for this group to be right. There's no other person that you can put into this mix to make it whole. They are what they are, and the day may come when they decide that they don't want to be the group that they are now, and wherever they go and whatever they do, I'll support them. But this unit of 5 is a magical unit, and there's something about that unit of 5 that forever will be my bias group. And that's my love story with SHINee. So now on to the best part of the video, looking through the photo cards. So I have photo cards from albums that I own. Now, I'll be honest, some of these photo cards I bought later on because I really like the photo card and they didn't come with my album. Or, like I was telling you before with some of the Japanese albums, the first presses had the photo cards, and when first press ran out, you couldn't really get the photo cards. So I've had to buy a couple of my Japanese photo cards secondhand. So I'm going to show you the photo cards in like member order rather than in any kind of discography order. So I have like a group section, and then Onew, and then Jungin, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the 2 cards I have here, I have the Misconceptions of You. Yes, Dream Girl Misconceptions of You group card right there, which I love because I love Onew's little paws. I don't know what he's doing right there, but those little paws are hilarious. And then I have the group card that came with my Korean press version of I'm Your Boy. I love that one. I have Onew's cards here. I have the Onew version of I'm Your Boy. This came from my Japanese press of the album. This is an Onew Dazzling Girl card I got out of my Dazzling Girl album. This is a Boys Meet You album photo card for Onew. This one I actually bought on eBay from Live-JP, who's a really trusted seller on eBay if you're looking for somebody to buy the Japanese photo cards from. This is a version of, I think, Onew from Misconceptions of Me. Am I right? Yes. Why So Serious Misconceptions of Me. I bought this from a seller on on eBay. And I can't remember their name, but it's a seller that does a lot of these. And, oh, I don't remember the seller's name, but anytime you look at eBay, if you see a photo card laying on a pink mattress, that's the seller. And everybody uses them. They're super well trusted. So, yeah, I'm certain it's genuine. Next is my Jungin photo cards. This is a copy of the Juliet, yes, the Juliet photo card that came with my Juliet album that I bought. This is a shiny replay card. I bought this from someone off of YouTube. I bought it from Katie Shiny. She gave me a really good deal on it because it had a defect in the corner. But yeah, this is from their Japanese replay album. Next is Key. I have his 2 Heart card right here. I got this with my 2 Heart album. I pulled that. This is the Key from the Misconceptions of Us album. I pulled this out of the album that I actually bought, Misconceptions of Us. This is a key card that I bought, and I want to say that this is from the Misconceptions of You Dream Girl album. Yeah, because I'm a dream boy. I remember that in the back. And I just love this card. And I bought this from the same Pink Mattress seller. This is a 321 key card. I pulled this from my 321 album. This is the Everybody photo card for Key. I pulled this from my Everybody album. This is Taemin for the first album, and I bought this from Live-JP on eBay, and these cards are probably the hardest cards. These, along with the replay cards for Japanese press, are some of the hardest cards to find. They're very, very difficult to get a hold of, and they're probably the most I've spent on shiny stuff outside of actual albums. Next is the Lucifer photo card I have for Taemin. I pulled this from my Lucifer album. This is the Taemin Sherlock card. I pulled this with my Sherlock album. This is the Taemin Dazzling Girl card. I pulled this with my Dazzling Girl album. This is Taemin 321. I actually bought this on eBay. I don't know why I bought this. I think I made a mistake and accidentally bid on it and had to pay for it. But yeah, I don't know why I bought this. And then this is the Taemin Ace card that came with my version of the Ace album. So I pulled this card. I have 2 Minho bookmarks. One of them I pulled from my Everybody album when I got Everybody. And the other one I received in a trade, which was really funny and kind of cute. So yeah, I have 2 Minho bookmarks from the Everybody album. Minho photo cards. I have his Juliet card. I actually bought this Juliet card before I got the Jung and Juliet card in my album because I really wanted the Minho card. In fact, a lot of my cards that I have here, anything that's not Minho or Key is pretty much up for trade for the same album, but Minho or Key. But yeah, this card I got in the mail from eBay, same seller, Live-JP. I bought this Minho Lucifer card for Japanese press, and then I pulled Minho in my Japanese album, so I have 2 of those, so one is up for trade for Key. This is the Sherlock card that I pulled with my Japanese Sherlock album. I was really super excited when I got it because this is actually probably my favorite Minho card of all time. I just think he looks adorable there. This is the Minho card that I pulled with I'm Your Boy, my Korean press version. So I actually pulled this in my album. This is a Fire card that I bought from Live-JP. Yeah, because I wanted this card, so I bought this one. And this is actually probably one of my least favorite Minho cards. The only Minho card that I don't like more than this one is the one from 321, because his face looks kind of funny in that photo card. And then my last 2 Minho cards are for Boys Meet You, the single. I pulled both of these from albums. I actually did. Like, I bought 2 brand new Boys Meet You single albums, and this was the card in both of them. So one is for trade for Key or for group. But yeah, that is the shiny collection, you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always watching the videos. I hope this one wasn't too boring. I haven't filmed in a while, so I feel kind of insecure about filming again after a long break. But, I mean, hopefully you'll find this interesting, and I can't wait to see your videos. So if you decide to do this tag, please let me know. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to see it. Oh, one last thing I didn't mention. I pulled this postcard from my Lucifer album. I pulled that postcard from my Juliet album. These 3 postcards came from my limited edition Boys Meet You single album. So yeah, I needed to mention that, where those came from. But yeah, thank you for watching again. Let's pray for each other. I don't know about you guys, but after the holidays were over, I felt really down. I guess it's because you build up so much hype for Christmas and New Year's, and then after that, it's like a long time before there's another holiday, so you're kind of like, well, what do I do in the meantime? Now I'm just stuck with the day to day. So yeah, just, keep each other lifted up and, try to watch out for your friends and family. Spend some time with them. Do something kind of pass the time by until the next big holiday season. But take care of each other, take care of yourselves, be safe out there in wet and kind of snowy road conditions if you're dealing with that right now. See you later. Bye.